Growing up, video games were always an essential part of my childhood. The feeling of pure excitement that filled me as I waited in class all day until I could finally get home and play the new game I had just gotten. As a kid, you have all the time in the world. You don't have outside variables affecting you such as stress from a job, a relationship, work, or just life in general. As a kid, you have very little to worry about outside of getting decent grades in school, making friends, and trying to figure out what you're going to be doing after high school. I remember being so invested in my Xbox gamer score when I was in high school that I would play every single new game that was released on the Xbox 360, even if it was bad, just so that I could increase my gamer score. But as I got older, got a job, girlfriend, and experienced new things, I began to lose that passion and interest for gaming that I once had. No longer did I spend countless hours staying up until the sun came up playing Search and Destroy 6-mans with the boys. We had all grown up and moved on, found new avenues and interests in life. Now that I'm an adult, I find it a lot harder to really sit down and enjoy a video game like I used to. For me to really enjoy a current gen video game nowadays, it has to be awe-inspiring or just pique my interest and win me over. A great example of a AAA title that came out recently was Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game obviously took a lot of time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears from the development team to recreate one of the best games from my childhood and many others. This game, to me, was captivating and I couldn't get enough. And while I will admit I am a bit biased considering I have always loved the Resident Evil franchise, the point is that the fun was the main point of the game. No microtransactions, no season pass, just pure single player action, zombie shooting fun. This brings me back to the main point of this video, which is that video games simply do not feel the same anymore for a plethora of reasons. Whether it is because we are all grown up now and don't have the same amount of time that we used to play the games we loved, or just the fact that most mainstream games are quick and easy cash grabs targeted to the easily influenced youth with games like Fortnite that are designed to look like bright, flashy casino games whose main purpose is to bleed you dry with microtransactions and addicting, repetitive gameplay loops that keep you coming back for more. Either way, games just don't feel the same to me, and I don't truly know if they ever will again. Back in the day, gameplay was more about challenging gameplay. Great examples are games like Mario, Banjo and Kazooie, Zelda, and Spyro. These games had innovative gameplay, unique mechanics, and a great story. No minimap, no hand-holding, and for good measure, no internet access back then, so you had to figure out what you had to do to complete the game all by yourself. This is a critical flaw and the main reason for the fall of modern video games. We don't have to actually figure out anything for ourselves anymore. We've got mini-maps, objective markers, and they both tell us exactly what, where, and when to do it. Having these things simplifies the gaming experience and destroys the sense of excitement and wonder you would get from finding a new location or a secret item all by yourself. These games were focused on giving the player the freedom to explore the world and find things out for themselves, unlike modern games of today that insist on holding your hand with map markers, lit up footpaths, and just all-around casual gameplay designs meant to appeal to the wider audience. We as gamers have been spoiled with the advancements in design that make games easier and more accessible. This has made us less curious and adventurous, relying on systems that make things easier rather than challenging. Objectives usually focus more on the time sink it takes to achieve a rank or an item rather than the challenge itself. What happened to the days of walking around and talking to NPCs, finding hidden items and discovering the world for yourself? What happened to playing a game for the enjoyment and not for the achievement? The only game I can think of that comes anywhere close to the heart and soul of these old games is the Soulsborne series. Now, I won't get too much into these games today because I could talk about them all day, so maybe I'll talk about them in a future video, but the Souls games are the complete opposite of this hand-holding garbage that is current gen games. The first Dark Souls game took me weeks to beat, as I had to learn a new playstyle that I was not used to. I had to listen to the things NPCs were saying to me. I had to read item descriptions to learn more about the history of the world and the lore behind it, and beating a challenging boss gave me a feeling of excitement and satisfaction that I haven't felt with a game in years. Game developers have fallen back on what is safe instead of what is innovative and interesting. Companies push out the same games over and over until they find a system that can make the most money. When they find it, they dumb it down so that it appeals to a larger audience. Why do they do this? I believe it is because they are afraid of innovation, afraid that their game will fail and not make enough money. This is why they stick to their cookie cutter designs that work with games such as Far Cry, Call of Duty, and Assassin's Creed that do little to innovate but keep people coming back with their ease of access and quick payoffs. 10 to 20 years ago, gaming was about the enjoyment of the player and the payoff that came with completing a game and all of its content, without any help rather than how long it took you to get there. Big publishers deliver what is smart and practical rather than what is interesting and special. These games aren't designed with love or passion, they are designed with mass advertising in mind and quotas to meet. All of these things add up to create what we now know as the passionless gaming world we live in today. Safe, easy, and monetizable. We as gamers do not want the hand-holding safe games we keep getting year after year after year. We want a return to what got us into video games in the first place. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys are enjoying these types of commentary videos where I discuss different topics. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to smash that like button for your boy. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications before you go. And before I go, how do you guys feel about the current climate of the gaming industry? Do you agree with me or am I completely off? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, and remember, memes, love, and positivity.